Open your eyes.
So hey, I'm a well-known 3D Zelda hater, and Nintendo just announced a new Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the past, I felt like 3D Zelda games were way too constrained and puzzle-focused, not delivering particularly good puzzles either, and not having mechanics with a lot of interaction between them. Also not having very good combat. I wasn't really expecting any better from Breath of the Wind, but Nintendo did some stuff that honestly blew me away. So I just scrubbed through 4 hours of footage to give you a look at what I think is cool about the new Zelda. Enjoy.
You mentioned the fact that it was a very conscious choice to not give the player a lot in the way of instruction or tutorial at the beginning of the original Legend of Zelda. Was it a similar reason that you didn't give a lot of story information at the beginning and you kind of dropped the player into this world without telling them anything about what's going on around them?
そのままフィールドに落とされてっていうことがあったんですから、それに加えてバックストーリーというか背景もあまり説明されてないので、そういう意味に関してもお話しいただけますか。
そうですね。どうしてもあなたは何でどんなところに置かれててっていうことをプレイヤーが理解するために最近のゼルダっていうのはいろんな人が出てきて説明してたんですね。でこれは本当に原点に帰って自分が何か分かんない状態から始まって本当に自然と接しながら徐々にヒーローになっていくっていうお話にできたので非常に前半の語りが少なくてどっちかというと自分が生きていくための技をいろいろ探してる間にだんだん分かってくるっていう作りになります。
So in past Zelda titles, we've gotten to the kind of tendency where there's a lot of explanation by different NPCs to tell you who you are and what your role is. But we went back to the origins of Zelda, and to discover kind of who you are. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you're supposed to do, and you're thrown into this world. And as you're traveling and interacting with nature, trying to survive this wilderness, you learn who you are and what your role is in this big world.
One of the other things that I loved about the NES Zelda game was every time you walked into a new... Well, you started the game and you could just go off in any direction, which we see Chico doing here, heading off in a different direction from where I started from earlier in the game. But the other thing is that on every screen there was movement. Every time you entered a new screen, there were enemies on the screen and they were milling about or shooting arrows, or if they were Octoroks, shooting rocks. And you have that same sense here, but in this case, the movement is coming from the natural world. With the wild animals like the boars, you see the leaves kind of floating through the air, and you'll notice things like squirrels and lizards running around on the ground.
You're just experiencing it for yourself. Chico, you're pretty good. No, please don't pressure me, Mr. Miyamoto. You know, I usually stay far away and shoot with arrows.
Chico didn't have any arrows.
If I did, yeah, I would use arrows better.
ですけども、実はその都度いろんな役割をしてて、最近まではエクスプロデューサーと書いてあるんですけど、ディレクターと一緒にディレクティングをしているというところまで入ってたんですよ。今回はね、本当にリンクの基本的な動きとか、自然とのやり取りとか、それから特に本当に自然に見えるかどうかという監修とか、そういうところに徹してて、あとお金の手配とか、本当に現場がどんどん今一緒に作ってきた青沼さんとか藤林さんとかディレクターたちと、それからもうそれぐらいどんな遊び方もできるようになってます。だから一人の敵ともどの武器を使ってもいいし、敵の武器を奪って使って。
Even as we've been playing in the treehouse, we've found that different people have very different approaches in terms of how they want to try to solve puzzles. And I think Chico is taking a slightly different approach here to how she wants to deal with some combat.
Actually, now we're here.
風がすごい吹いてるので、敵の方に燃え広がっていく。
So like you see here, the wind is going towards the enemies who just use the fire to take it back to where the enemy is.
We're just talking a little bit about how fire played an interesting role in the original Legend of Zelda as well.
That's right. This is, I think, the first time in a while that Link is able to use really fire as a weapon in a lot of different ways. In the original NES Zelda game, you could burn bushes and find things there. And I'm sure a lot of all of you probably spent a lot of time burning every bush in the game.
Just in case.
Especially Bill.
There's a lot of things that came up. And so there wasn't anything that I specifically requested. It all came from the development, the programmers and the designers.
で拡張していく、自然に大きなものが出来上がっていくという方にざっとものが進んでいくんです。
I was like, oh, I bet you he's hungry. Oh, there's meat there. And it's just like, like my first little light bulb going off. I still remember that moment very clearly.
初代ゼルダで肉を与えるパズルがあったんですけど、それを初めて解いた時に本当に自分の中でやったっていう感覚が出て、本当ゼルダのアイテムゲットのご連絡が出ました。
Yeah, and this was an example here again of in the original NES Zelda game. Sometimes there were those conspicuous spots where you knew you could place a bomb. In that game, sometimes you had to tap the wall to see if the sound was different. But here in Breath of the Wild, it's really interesting because they've done such a very good job, as Miyamoto was pointing out, of how the walls are designed in a way that they give you a little bit of a hint that maybe you can blow it up. But there have also been plenty of times where I've had to experiment and see if it actually can happen.
見た目で分かる時もあれば、でも実際にやってみないと分からない。
そうですね。雰囲気で分かるところもあります。
Yeah, it's kind of a gut feeling you have when you look at it.
So I'm curious, Miyamoto-san, have you been surprised as you watch members of the dev team play this game, seeing the different approaches they take, or maybe them playing the game in ways that other members of the team didn't really expect?
開発現場を見てきた宮本さんの中で、開発者がこれをプレイしていろんなプレイの仕方があるんですけど、こういったプレイの面白かったとか、一般の人はこういったプレイをしないだろうなっていうプレイの仕方など見ましたでしょうか。
そうですね。まだ攻略しきれてないので分かんないんですけども、例えば上手い人のを見てると参考になって。
So I actually haven't beat the game, so there's a lot that I'm still discovering as well. But I'm just looking at some of the development team play this. How they use different types of vehicles and what weapons to use when they're riding those vehicles, and then also like the horse basically. And also, if you're really good at playing, like you saw earlier, you can go into the slow motion effect. So seeing that kind of high level gameplay is really, I learned a lot from it.
から登るとかもあるんですけどね、ここ体力があるので登りきれないかも分かんないですけど、そう登る方法とか、登らずに裏側から行くとか、例えば敵の砦なんかでも正面から行くんじゃなくて裏側から入っていったり、だからこれからいろんなワークとかいろんな技ができてくると、 いろんなルートが開発されるんですよ。
So even with climbing, you got to keep an eye out for the stamina gauge. So you make sure that you have places to rest when you going up.
されて、山に実際自分が行ってあるところから、そこまでにしましょう。
So when I was a child, I was in the Boy Scout and I used to do hiking and orienteering. And there was a time when I was climbing the mountain and it cleared up into this beautiful lake. And when I saw a scene similar to that original Zelda, go off the path, and then there's a lot of interesting things out there. But then you start to wonder, wait, when am I supposed to go back? Am I going to be able to go back? But then that kind of feeling is recreated here. And what's great about this game is within a short period of time, you're able to really explore a lot, and there's a lot to explore in this.
And that's one of the things that I love about the game is that just like the original NES Zelda game, it's very easy to kind of wander off your path or get lost in the world and find yourself in an area where the enemies are way beyond your skill level.
Right.
And then you've got to decide if you want to try to fight it out or if you want to try to turn around and run back.
初代ゼルダのように自由に行けるので、ちょっと強すぎるところにも行ってしまって、どうやって戻るか分かんなくなる時が。
そうですね。これあれですよね。今チコさんうちわで仰いで、この部のうちわで船を進めてますけどね。
So Chico's waving the fan with the cork fan to move forward in the raft here.
こういう今度進む自分で進める引っかかってる。
引っかかってますね。
自分で進めるイカだっていうのはね、これ今物理で計算で引っかかってしまってるんですけども、8ビットの頃からこうイカダに乗ったらスッと進むとか、うちわで仰ぐとかいうネタはいろいろあるんですけども、今回そういう漫画のようなこと、嘘のようなこと、漫画のようなことを全部本物の物理でやると、すごい新しい魅力があるんですね。こんなこと起こるわけないですけど、嘘のような本当をやる。
Like when Chico is stuck there, it's because of the physics engine of this game. But then, obviously you can't actually swing a fan and propel yourself on a raft. And these are all kind of comic book-like effects. But taking that and applying that into a physics engine creates this whole new experience. It's very fun to watch.
Of course, in the original NES Zelda game, Link somehow had a raft that he carried around with him. But in this case, you'll have to find the raft in the lake and ride it across.
そうですね。だから見つけたのにうちわを持ってないから慌てて取りに行かない。
You might find the raft and you realize, oh no, I don't have a fan, so you got to go back and go grab it. 開発でハイキング行ったりとか、ラフティング行ったりとか楽しそうですね。
はい、そうですね。
Maybe hide copies of the game and they have to go hunt them out on the mountain.
ちょっと難しそうに言いました。
Chico's on
Shake
ice.
it off, Chico, shake it off. There you go.
I had a very touch.
僕はね、こういう矢を使って戦うとかね、するとね、必ずその後で矢を拾って回る。
When I use arrows to fight enemies, I always make sure to pick up all the arrows that I use.
特にミスして撃ったやつは後から拾って集めて。
Especially the ones that I miss, I go back and grab them.
だから数が少なくなってくると敵にわざと撃たせて、敵が撃ったやつを後から集めて回る。
Or when I start running out of arrows, I let the enemy shoot arrows at me and then go and grab those and make them my own.
すごい慎重なプレーヤー。
I'm very a cautious player.
It's a very economical.
Absolutely.
It may surprise you, but I'm somewhat of a reckless player.
We've seen that.
We all know.
He goes chopping up some firewood here.
I don't know if I have flint though.
This is actually one of the other things that I love about the game is that, certainly in the original 8-bit Zelda game, the team did an amazing job of using the limited color palettes and the limited graphics at the time to depict a very...
Always get shivering at your skin. So sorry.
Mr. Miyamoto, was there anything else you wanted to add in terms of the stories of the development of the NES game or anything related to this game?
初代の開発についてのお話であったり、今回の開発についてのお話だったりありますでしょうか。
そうですね。いろいろ現場とやり取りをして、結構ね、僕は今度ね、食べ物の材料の種類とかすごい多いんですね。で、アイテムの数もすごい多いんです。で、それをこの組み合わせ、この組み合わせて。いろんな組み合わせを楽しむっていうのはみんな好きみたいで、僕それ面倒くさくて嫌っていう風に結構対立しながら付き上がってくると、今までのゼルダっていうのは ルピーを集めるんですけど、ルピー集めても使い道がないとか言われたんですけど、それがね結構厚みを持ったので、ルピーを集める以外のものも集めてルピーに置き換えたりしながら。
Really a lot you can do with all of the options that you have in this game.
Speaking of options, check it out. Nice moves, Chico. Talking today. So we're outside the woodcutter's cabin, and I'm
You're
gonna head up
climbing
here.
his house.
Yes, because I can.
Oh,
So
that
check
doesn't
this
look
out.
suspicious.
This is one of
Sparkly
the
leaves
great things
there.
about this game is you can really looking off in the distance. You see all these places. These are places we can go to. And so I'm gonna get a closer look here. Where were you? You were up there? I'm going to mark it on my map just to be
Nice.
safe. So, alright, so I want to check it out.
Well, you're just gonna pass by that really suspicious looking thing?
No,
So suspicious.
you know better than that. I want to grab that pot lid though. Can't
That's
let
true,
that
you
go.
needed that pot lid.
Alright.
You did.
And of course, these pop-ups that you're going to get for your items, don't freak out. It just happens because, this is the first time because we're all rebooting these things. So it's not going to happen every time, everywhere, all the time. So what's shaking up here? Just checking, we're hanging out. Is there something up
Go
here?
that
Is there
other
something-
side. Boom,
sparkly
see,
leaves.
sparkly.
Did you see sparkly? You see that?
Sparkly.
Is that something?
Examine
Oh,
it.
yeah. Should we do it?
Oh.
Boom! Cute.
Anyone who played Wind Waker might recognize these little guys.
So this is our second one we've seen today. Marks.
This might be our.
Was it third? I don't know.
It's a Korok, regardless.
Yeah.
Yes, they're all over the place.
They're all over.
They're all
rocks,
over the place.
Cool, super fun. So I'm gonna head over to this map marker that I've had. I'm grabbing an apple. I might grab two.
That apple's mocking you. Don't let him get away with it.
A leap off there. So did I pick up the axe?
Oh no.
I had my axe of you. So here we go. And woodcutter's axe.
You're so much less steely than I am. It's respectable.
So again, this is one of the really cool, sort of abilities to interact with the environment here. You see this tree? It's got a couple notches on it. That's
He already
interesting.
started at that one.
So, and I'm going to take out my trusty dandy woodcutter's axe. So I'm going to give it a couple thwacks.
Boom.
Nice.
Oh,
Check it out. This is going to be cool. But it's not just, so that was how you do it. Because I had my hips pointed the correct way because I've been practicing
Your
my
follow-through
logging.
is pretty
But
good.
you can fellow these things in any direction, and this isn't an automatic.
That wouldn't have
like-
worked for a bridge.
That's not gonna. That'll be the bridge to your doom. Is what it is, and I always get so nervous.
Oh, be careful. So careful.
Walking a timber tightrope. All right. Hi guys, come here. I want.
I want to pull your sword out, man.
Let me see.
Oh. That was almost a really nice
Almost.
dodge.
Almost ain't good enough with these guys.
No,
Not getting it.
Oh, watch that
Not getting
cliff there.
You know
Fall
what?
off that.
Yeah, just
Ugh.
have them.
Run.
That was stylish. Okay.
Come here. Your mama was a Hinox. Come here. Oh.
That's uncalled for, Ed.
I know. but
Really.
Taunting is
Children
unnecessary.
might be watching.
But boom there. So you got this little areas like what's going on here, and you're checking it out. It's like, oh, okay, maybe there's a couple little can I climb this thing? I can.
You can climb almost anything.
We can climb almost anything, but there's a little
Pretty steep.
little plateau area over here. We'll check that out.
So this is a very tall cliff. You're not going to be able to make it all up in one go. So you found kind of this resting spot where Link is going to, re-energize essentially and get his stamina back.
Get your stamina wheel going again. So check it out. And it's like, oh, well, there's a couple things up there and yonder. So maybe that's the way we go.
Yeah, you can get up to pretty high places if you're clever about how you climb, how you use your stamina. Crafty, if you will.
Gotta be crafty. And get up here. I'm gonna make that leap, grab that rush room,
nice.
which I think is my favorite item name thus far. And look at that, we got little line of rush rooms.
So those restrooms, of course, we're going to actually go into this in the next segment when we take an in-depth look at cooking. But if you were to cook that, it's going to have a special effect that's going to increase Link's speed for a limited amount of time. So, for instance, if you were to cook this here, you'd actually be able to climb faster and make it up here with a little more ease.
Which would be a way to manipulate your stamina wheel.
Oh, be careful.
Without
They're pretty low.
Jump.
Oh yeah, see, you can use
look
your
at that.
one
Love
last
it.
jump
Yes.
like you did to get to that higher
gotta be
plane you're
smart
trying to get to.
about-
All right, so from here, we would like to go to maybe, okay, I think we can make it up there. All right.
Oh. I'm all about the starting jump, Ed. Gotta get the
Oh, I
starting
know, it's
jump.
true, right?
Yeah.
It is fun. Like each kind of climbing segment is a little puzzle almost. Like you have
in
to,
itself,
you
yeah.
have to use your stamina really wisely. Because
You're
when
pretty
you're at the
well.
very top, if you're about to run out, you can do that last leap and actually make it up there.
Even
where-
if you just have one little sliver
Oh,
of
yeah, you
stamina,
have a
you can
sliver.
sometimes make it up to the
Right.
top.
Just get that little, there we go. And what do we have
Nicely.
here?
Ooh, patience, or not.
Check it.
Or not.
So this is a stasis rune that it's giving us, and this is going to show, we're going to show this off here. What this does, what this rune will do, it will allow us to freeze certain objects. Freeze the motion, not actually freezing cold.
It'll just freeze it for a limited time, though,
Yeah.
so you have to be pretty quick.
So you'll see this wearing off, that gear, and then there's a recharge on here. So you're not going to be able to like immediately just pop back into that thing. And so what do we got here? We got a big boulder coming on down.
Oh. We don't need our Indiana Jones moment.
And
keep
we're gonna freeze that right there yet again. And but there's we'll come around.
So you can also
this way.
just take the stasis off instead of letting it wear out. If you want to,
You can
let
just
it
immediately
recharge
end
faster.
it, yeah.
Just pull the stasis
Um,
off.
I'm gonna pick up this iron sledgehammer here. And oh, looky over there. There's a little something actually behind that where that boulder was coming down. Let's go check that out.
A true hero takes every opportunity for treasure, Ed.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
Run!
Let's check that. Yeah, we got little opal.
So that's going to be nice later when you need a few rupees, you know,
Yeah.
just cash that puppy in.
The stasis rune, it doesn't just simply lock in anything, any moving object. It doesn't just freeze its motion. What you can do is pop into something, freeze it there, and then I'm actually going to switch
That
weapons here.
sledgehammer.
And what you can do is you can sort of get all this stored energy into it. And once that stasis comes off, all that energy that you've built up gets released in whatever object you've frozen there, and it's now allows me to walk past.
So
Yeah.
you gotta watch out.
Well, that's the thing with the physics engine. You never know exactly where
Yeah.
where
It's
you have
gonna
to think
bounce or how,
about, you know,
like-
this thing going to bounce back and crush
I want
it.
to
So
get out. Like,
Playing with fate here.
is it just gonna?
Oh,
Because it's against the pillar.
that could have worked out
well,
so
all
much
right.
worse for you.
We can. I get nervous around the edges here too.
This treasure from us.
Right. So I'm gonna put that stasis lock on it, and let's get this thing.
Go.
Oh, come on, Ed. You can do better than that.
Oh, get
Get it
away.
red. Ooh, that's pretty good. Watch it.
There it goes.
shit.
That was a pretty good launch. What's cool is
Where-
you can launch that at a group of enemies and just wipe them out. You can use it in so many
Oh,
things.
that would be sweet if there were enemies like right on the little there.
Or a fly.
There's a boar. Oh,
That's ridiculous.
So cool.
That's right.
Oh, nice. Oh,
All right.
poor
So I
thing.
got this one. I'm going to drop 2 stakes. So they won't always drop 2 stakes, but I have 2 stakes. I can eat this raw meat. This raw meat's going to restore 1 heart, but in previous Zeldas, you were able to cut down the grass and get your hearts back. In this game, you can't do that. You have to cook. Or you don't have to cook, but you have to eat.
You have to eat.
But cooking usually increases how many hearts you're going to get back. But what you can do with the grass is sometimes when you cut down longer grass, you'll find little insects and whatnot hiding in it.
Find a little something.
So I'm going to postpone that. Let's see if I can take out
Little buddies hanging out.
And I think something of note also is, you know, you're going on this boar hunting rampage because that's your style. But you can also do a veggie playthrough on this. You know, there's no there's no need to do that because there's so many other forms of food and sustenance that you can gather in the game.
Yeah, and a lot of the veggie dishes that you can prepare have a ton of benefits to them, so it's always worth exploring. Oh gosh, this guy is not happy. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
this fire. Light it. Like this. And let's get to cooking. So, I'm going for an inventory. I have 3 steaks. The first steak I'm just going to eat. I'm not going to eat it. But if I were to eat it, it's going to give me 1 heart. Right. What I can do is I can hold it, and there are multiple ways to prepare food. So here I have a campfire, and I have a cooking pot. So what I can do is I can either hold a torch to this, drop it straight on the fire. It's going to turn the steak, cook it, and it's going to become a seared steak. So that's going to give me 1.5 hearts. But I could take that same ingredient, a raw steak, and cook it. 3 hearty truffles. So I have them all in my hand here. I drop them in the cooking pot.
One thing I really enjoy about my own gameplay that I've had is you can combine a lot of elements that in the real world would make sense, and then they turn into amazing recipes.
Right.
So you can apply real world logic to it. It's really cool.
So I just made a meal. I'm also going to mix this, let's see. Let's do it. So I'm actually going to stop that. I'm going to take this goblin horn and mix it with this. Let's go with the cricket.
Yum.
So I take that.
Yum, yum.
Real world cooking.
Yeah, real world, exactly. Here we go.
And that's going to be energizing elixir. So I can drink that to restore, like if I was climbing and about to run out of stamina, I'm able to drink that and restore some stamina to make it that extra.
In the moment.
Yeah, it's super helpful.
There's all sorts of these elixirs and meals you can make that will, power up your attack power, make you run faster,
stealth,
give you an extra part of your stamina wheel. That's what I should actually the stealth one would be nice.
You want to get some stealthy? Stealth ingredients?
I don't know if I have any stealth ingredients, but I did cook this hearty meat and mushrooms.
Yes.
So it's going to fully recover my hearts and then add 3 additional hearts that are temporary. So those last until they're taken away by obviously a monster or a
So making dishes like that are really useful for super strong enemies that you'll inevitably encounter.
Right.
I always make sure nice.
Flint, so that's going to be nice. So I can use that flint. So I have this kind of portable fire starter now.
Right.
So if I was out in the middle of nowhere and I just had a really nasty encounter with any sort of enemy really, I would be able to, actually let me show you. I'm going to pull this woodcutter's axe out and switch to it real quick. I'm going to chop down this tree. 2 strokes. Turn that into some
Perfectly bundled, yet again.
Grab the apple. So what I can do here is I'm going to take that firewood, hold it, also hold the flint. I'm going to drop it right here. And I can take any metallic weapon and strike this flint. That's not metallic.
That is non-metallic.
Oh,
Nice.
and suddenly I have a fire I can cook on.
It can warm you up.
Yeah, if I didn't. And so I can also cook things to increase my cold or heat resistance. So I'd be able to, grab some spicy peppers, mix them with some steak, and make some spicy steak.
Then you got yourself a skewer.
Love doing in this game is bomb
Oh,
fish.
yes.
So I'm going to toss that bomb.
Come on.
Totally with it.
Any over there? Let's check it out.
Where the fish at?
And so
There's
the fish
one.
come and go. So it's based on the time of day,
Yes.
whether they're actually around or not.
Get him.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. You got one?
I got one.
Nice.
Worth it.
You're just gonna zoom up on it.
All right, so I can take that fish. You can also, spear fish or shoot arrows or fish and all that sort of stuff as well. The bomb fishing is just so extreme that I gotta show it off. All right, I'm gonna grab this rusted broadsword because it may come in handy. Whoa! While swimming, Link's in trouble because he's too tired to go any further.
Kind of makes like a gurgling noise and floats down into the water.
It's
Poor Link. Run, little boar. Run.
Kendra's cheering for the boar.
You're not gonna know that.
Why are you coming back?
Oh,
You fool.
just want to hit him with my sword.
This is, of course, the ancient art of sword throwing hunting that
You've won this time before, but I'll be back.
didn't make it through the ages.
And if you were to land that, it would have dealt more damage than just shooting the arrow.
So that
Yeah.
thing and a butterfly.
Just a bunch of stuff.
Creative.
Toss it
Yes.
there. Let's see. And this is kind of a trial and error, you have to be smart.
Oh.
Wait, that worked? Hey,
I haven't
look at
seen
Hey.
this one. Okay.
Spicy elixir.
Ooh, I'm all
That's
about that.
awesome.
Okay.
Sweet.
So that wasn't gross enough.
Everything you have is tasty.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. You need to go find some.
There's got to be something
Gross things.
I have. I don't know though. I may have just picked up delicious stuff. But let's try this.
And an acorn. I mean, acorns aren't the tastiest.
We'll try a butterfly and fish.
Fish, butterfly.
Oh,
fish.
there we go.
Okay, yeah.
I love the sounds.
Dubious food.
Yeah.
So-
We can't even look at it. Just don't.
It's that gross. Okay.
Like that.
7.
Oh.
Oh, check it out.
Man. Oh my goodness.
This thing matters.
Those were my alien shrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. So
Oh
this
my
detached. See,
It detached its arm to attack you.
What's funny is I'm not really prepared for this fight. I don't know if I'm going to take this guy down.
I like that you're prioritizing the mushrooms too as you're running around. You're like, I gotta collect these.
have to.
This is important.
Okay, so I wish I would have made myself like a speed boost so I could more easily get up to that.
Yeah, spicy elixir ain't gonna do much for us
Yeah.
here.
The temporary hearts though.
We've got one skewer.
That's
Yeah.
what we got.
So
Oh boy.
this is Step Talus, one of the major enemies on the plateau here.
So here's a weak spot. I know there's lots.
Obviously his weak spot. Nice. Get him. One thing I love about this game too is that you'll be walking around and it'll be all peaceful. You're just like, and then all of a sudden, this monster just emerges from the earth and starts
Right.
back, like throwing its arm
Yeah,
at
it'll
you.
happen all over the place. So I actually just
gosh.
got wrecked in one shot by this guy. No! So I had hit his weak spot enough where it.
Start spewing. Leg up when you can still use Boko clubs and, bokoblin arms or whatever it is.
Totally.
As long as you're really patient.
No! I just ran out.
So it's definitely worth taking the time to cook. Oh gosh.
So
Yes.
I love that in the physics engine, just seeing Link crumple. and
Link's
fall
ragdoll?
off of cliffs and
Yeah.
ragdoll. It's
I feel
so
like
cool.
Link is hungry.
He's very hungry.
He's so hungry right now.
Get the fire going.
It's nighttime.
Fancy.
I'm just gonna throw this in the grass.
Forest fire, good.
Smokey may not be very happy with that.
Why not?
So at nighttime, because it's a 24-day night cycle, actually at nighttime the temperature does drop. So depending on where you are, it may put you over that threshold where you're going to start taking damage, and that's where you would need something. I combined all those ingredients, and now I have the spicy elixir. I drink this. It's going to give me cold resistance for 9 minutes and 50 seconds. That's gonna.
Which is a very
allow me-
substantial amount of
that's
time in the
almost
game, yeah.
Forever in Zelda time.
That's
Yeah.
gonna.
Nice.
Oh, man. It's coming.
Been found.
It's like so excited to see you.
We're walking over the wall. Just barely made it over the wall.
I'm trying to. They're not the sharpest. So they hide.
Smitty's trying to be sneaky here. He wants to.
Oh my gosh.
Did I say sneaky?
Brutal.
I'm going to strike it with my metal sword. Boom. And I started a fire. As long as I'm near this fire, I'm going to be warm. It's not very practical because, as you can see, the farther away I get from it, the colder Link gets. So that's not going to help me in the long run, but
And surely it has nothing to do with the fact that he's not wearing a shirt anymore.
I don't
You know.
just want to see hot Link by a hot fire. That's not what's going on here.
No,
But
certainly
it's
not.
gonna, it's gonna give me some time to refuel, and I'm gonna light this handy torch and be on my shirtless way. So as long as I'm holding the torch, again, it'll help keep Link warm. But this isn't very practical as well because this is go nuts. Which one do I want to do? I'm gonna eat the spicy pepper steak.
Sounds good.
Yes, and as you can see, the gauge on the bottom right shows Link's internal body temperature. I just ate the pepper dish, and so my tolerance for cold just greatly increased. Oh, I still have my torch equipped. Hi.
That's probably
That's
not a good
great
weapon.
weapon, so I'm going to switch to something that is actually weapon-like. Oh, hi. No, just let me. Okay. We're gonna be okay, guys. Yes,
Nice.
flurry rush.
Nice.
That's what you get for being all innocent near me.
I love seeing that in
I don't know.
action.
He was shooting you with some arrows
That's
earlier.
true. He started it. Oh,
Oh,
you
or
did
it was
not.
that guy. It
You
was
did
that guy.
not. You saw what happened to your brothers. Same thing's gonna happen to you, buddy. Here we go. All right, so I just made some new friends, and now I'm gonna take their treasure.
Maybe even opening up a treasure box pantless. See how that
It's
works
true.
out.
I play how I want, you know? It's my prerogative.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think I'm broken.
Broken.
Okay,
Oh, gosh.
let's eat some steak because I'm hungry.
I'm hungry now.
And,
man.
Good time to take a snack.
but hey, the bokoblins are gone.
Oh.
And I got a fire
That-
club.
Literally
That's pretty
backfired
cool.
on them.
I think I blew up the treasure chest that was here. Oops.
Oh.
Well, oh no, there it is.
Wow, it flew.
The cool. Yeah, I just beat it up with a fire stick. That's
Because why
how I
not?
roll. That's how I roll.
Yeah.
It did.
Oh, it's okay.
Actually,
I have
just
another
kinda-
one. Oh, hi.
Flaming cold. Oh, man.
Oh, did you set my shield on fire?
Oh, he totally did.
Good
What
sir,
a monster.
that is not nice.
But actually, we just saw.
To test this out right away.
How so very convenient.
Very convenient. It's very thoughtful. All right, so I couldn't climb up there. As we mentioned, these shrine walls are very smooth, very slick, so Link can't climb them. But with that ice pillar, I'm actually able to create something that I can climb up.
Where are you going?
Instead, we're going to use that to lift up the gate.
Telescope and look afar, you can see all these landmarks or elements that you want to go and check out.
今ビルはマーキングをしましたけど、こんな遠いところですね。
So Bill just dropped a pin, but as you can see, it's really far from where you're standing.
There's still more things to do behind that red pin too. That's how big that world is.
後ろにも結構まだまだマップの領域が
ありますね。
Yeah, that's right, Chico. There's a lot more you can do.
I think really, even within the plateau, it's like less than 2% of what people are going to experience in this game, which is kind of hard to wrap your brain around, but it's...
で今回E3 版では実際にプレイヤーが
寄り付けないような場所っていうふうに言ってるんですけど。逃げて。
Bill, run, Bill!
Run! でちょっと今ガーディアンっていうやつと戦いになっちゃった
So sorry, I started talking about the
その先にどこに行くかは本当に自由なんです。
So eventually Link will jump off of this plateau, but wherever the player wants to go is up to them. They can choose wherever they want to jump from.
And what's interesting is that actually choosing where to jump off the plateau will have an impact on what you experience next in the world, because the plateau itself is so big, and jumping off on one side of it, is going to leave you obviously in a very specific area, and it may not be the area that you're actually hoping to get to. It just depends on where you decide to jump down.
で第一次峠とか岬なんかを見ると、あそこにも隠れてるんじゃないかっていうような気がしてたまらないんですよね。
Nice.
Nice. Anima-san, could you tell us a little bit more about the challenges involved for the dev team with creating the AI for this game? Because we've got so many interesting interactions with how the monsters and the different animals in the environment interact with the weather and the time of day and everything else that's going on, even if Link's not really doing anything to them.
今回そのモンスターの動きだったり天気だったりすごくいろんなAI の部分での開発っていうのが何やって興味深いものになっていると思うんですけれども、そこら辺の開発部屋みたいなと教えていただけないでしょうか。
そうですね。この森ぶりんっていうのはいつもここ最近のゼルダのタイトルの中に必ず雑魚敵って言いますけど出てくる敵で、まずこの敵から設計に入ってくるんですね。この敵で何がどこまでできるだろうかってでやりすぎてもちょっとあれだし、でもちょっと人間味のあるようなことをやってるみたいな、そういうモンスターにするとちょっといたずらっぽくやってみようかみたいな気持ちを生まれたりするので、ただただ怖いだけじゃなくてちょっと面白いっていうものになるっていうね。
So these bokoblins you see here are what's considered to be maybe more the weaker enemies in this game, but it's really fun to add a little bit of personality to them, make them a little bit mischievous, give them a little personality. So when you're interacting with them, it adds another layer to the whole experience.
They scratch their butt, then they...
Forts with more enemies and certainly more challenging enemies. And those tree forts tend to be places where you're going to find more powerful weapons, some better...
からでもここ行ってみたいな、あそこ行ってみたいなっていうようないろいろなロケーションが見えます。
Link has different hairstyle too.
なんかリンク髪型が違う。
ちょっと服もまた違ってるのを着てます。
And then they have different clothes on here too.
このね、本当にダイビングする感じがね、結構気持ちいいんですよ。
So this what you see like a little diving sequence is actually really fun to do.
で、ほら今 BGM がやってきたでしょ。気持ちがガッとくるね。
And it says you heard that little song there. You know, like how it really touches your emotions.
It's open air music. It's very nice.
はい。で雪山ですね。これはね、すごい吹雪。
This right here is this very snowy mountain.
The music is different too.
また音楽はここでも違いますね。
Yeah, I really love how with the audio, you get such a sense of presence in the environment. Because you're hearing little bits of music, but you're more often paying attention to the animals, the sounds of the wind in the trees, and it really immerses you in this experience.
Nice.
自然のその環境をいろいろGuardian that you saw on the big screen.
E3 版とは違って足を持ってバーッと追っかけてきます。
So unlike the one you see in the E3 version, it actually the legs move and it comes after you.
あれに複数追いかけられると怖いんですよね。
Whoever did this is a very good shot.
It's amazing.
これを今打ってる人かなり上手なプレー。
Oh wow.
He makes it look easy, but I don't think it's that easy.
簡単に見えます。
need to use a variety of different abilities and powers through the Sheikah Slate.
Do you think I can build this thing?
Oh, yeah. But they're metally, so...
I don't know if I like these guys. They're gonna
Spiky mean bad.
Yeah.
They're gonna come attacking me later. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? If I see something I don't like, Or maybe not. Not that one.
Explode.
She was about to wreak havoc. She
You
wanted
know what?
to do it.
If I don't like it, I just remove it.
Okay.
Seems about right.
Bye bye. This one. See? He's trying. He's trying to come.
Oh, he is.
Oh, wait. Oh! Haha. I
Nice.
fooled him.
Pull out the stasis
So
room here.
looks like I have to do that.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, looks like I can use that. So I have to go to the other side, wait for the right platform to come. I'm just gonna walk here. Wait for it. Ha!
Nice.
Nice. Oh, close.
Nice catch.
Uh-oh. Should I do it one more time? Yeah. Oh, there. No, I can just go.
Throw some there.
So Chico's going to do it with magnesis, but the way that I actually did it when I first went through was locking it.
Use stasis room on it, yeah.
With stasis, and then hitting it multiple times, and then it just slammed open the doors.
Yeah, I tried that too, but I did it like when I was standing right behind the ball.
Oh, yeah,
When
and
it
then it
came back and
backfired.
it just killed me. So I don't think people want to see me die twice in the one segment. So I decided not to do that.
It is kind of hard to judge where it's going to go flying.
Yeah.
So into your face is probably not the preferred method.
But yeah, there's multiple ways to solve many different kind of puzzles. And
Nice.
some people just run and try to prove they're good at it, and then I just can't. I'm not good at it. I know I'm not that great, so I'm just gonna be safe and
My
have
first
to
time
get
through
there.
here, I totally just booked through there, and I was like, oh, sweet,
I
that
have to
wasn't so
wait.
hard. Went back in, I haven't done it again since.
Once is enough.
Oh, no. There's a baby guardian thing. Oops. Wait, do I have? Yeah, I do have both.
Look out.
You lure them.
Does he know I'm here?
Lure them around the corner.
Oh, he doesn't know. He's waiting.
Just hanging out. Oh, nice shot. Setting things on fire again.
Oh,
nice.
Yes. Typical
And the
Fire
rock
is
kills
the solution
too.
to everything.
Yes,
in this game.
I agree.
So we already did like 3 different puzzles in this shrine. It looks like there's more to do it. Let's see what's next.
Do you think
There
there's
you
a
go.
secret door underneath?
Down. Oh! I knew it. This Wii U gamepad, and then the hammer actually moves as I move. So knock it. Oh,
Almost.
Okay.
I don't want to do it too hard.
It just goes flying.
Oh, wait.
Oh! Oh, no. Try it again.
Had you never done that before? The terror on your face. It's gone. I solved this puzzle. You have another. Yeah, that's nice.
Nailed it. Yay.
Oh,
You did it.
you're not fooling me. You already fooled me once.
Oh, nice. I hadn't done that before. Okay. That's good.
But there's another door.
Ivy or something up there.
I can actually do
More
that.
fire.
I like that touch. If you don't have fire arrows in your inventory, you can just use regular arrows, go to the nearest fire pit or something, and then automatically have fire arrows.
Yeah. Or if you have flint, which is wood and a metal object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
What? Why the ball is not going?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
give it a
have
little
to time
bit
it, don't I?
It looks like it.
Okay. I can do this.
Take 3.
I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I should have listened to Tindra.
Lock it, then wail on it. Go to town.
Let's see it fly.
Yeah, using up the energy. So when it's released. Wow.
You can even see that red arrow giving feedback that it's reached its max.
And you can also direct the arrow, so the way that you're facing when you hit the object
Right.
is the way that it will take off.
You can direct where all that,
That
stored up
is
energy
cool.
goes, which direction it takes off in.
Okay. And it,
People with the sword a couple times. Here we have a clip right now. But you can get really creative. So
Look at
here you
that.
see Link pushing a boulder down. One of the first times I was playing it, I sort of asked myself, well, I have this axe and I can chop down these trees. What would happen if I chopped down a tree near these enemies?
Right.
And I wasn't able to take out the enemies. I had some sort of Villager and Smash Brothers aspirations. Didn't quite happen. But it did kind of get in their way, and they were really like thrown off, and then I just jumped in and finished it off. And that was like sort of the aha moment of, oh, there are a lot of things that I can do.
Yeah, I think it's the question of like, can this happen,
Yeah.
or am I able to do this?
And most of the time
Most
it can.
of the time you can,
Yeah.
and you can experiment, and
Right.
it's really cool. And not only that, you have a really kind of a large variety of weapon
Yes.
choices that you can like pick up as you defeat enemies.
And those all play really differently.
Right.
I think early on we saw people with that woodcutter's axe being a very slow but
weapon,
powerful weapon.
yeah.
You saw him sort of jabbing away
And the
with
weapons
the spear.
break, too,
Right.
so you have to be
this is such a
careful.
great moment.
Oh yeah,
Let's
I
just
love
watch this.
This person
The
has like the
majesty.
best aim ever. Look at this. And of course, explosions, obviously,
Yeah.
in the Wolf-Link amiibo into the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then look who shows up.
It's really cool how you get a partner
Yes.
this way. You know, Link is at times alone in this big world.
Yeah,
you know,
it
this
can be
is
a
sort
little
of
lonely.
kind of a little bit of a safety blanket for him.
It's like a
He
companion.
knows somebody's got his back.
Yeah. And you made the good point, interesting point, that it's kind of two Links.
It's Link
Wolf
plus
Link
Wolf
and
Link,
Link.
who is still Link.
Right. So wait, what
I don't
now?
know. How does that work? I don't know. I'm not going to
But
think too
it
much
doesn't
about
matter
that.
because Wolf Link
No.
is awesome.
Right.
So Wolf Link can help you hunt. He can sniff out when you've hunted something. He can also help you defeat enemies,
Right.
and he's pretty good partner.
And I like how you can only bring him in.
Look like.
It should be noted that the first time I found this temple, I tried to climb up the other side where there's no ladder, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
fell and I died.
Yeah,
Do you feel
I
like-
didn't know there's another needle.
You did that and you felt so proud of yourself.
Yeah, I did.
And it was only later you walked around and was like, oh, ladder.
Yeah, well, the game encourages you to climb. What can I say? I figured I was doing the right thing.
Then I'm just gonna go up.
Challenge
I think
accepted.
ooh, this is my favorite moment. When I go up to the peak, I can actually see the sun coming up.
Yeah,
it's
it's kind of
so
scary actually how many
amazing.
times I've done that playing early builds of this game where you just sort of you want to get to high spaces so you can just look around different times of day, different weather. You know, just
Oh, yeah.
the scenery is so fantastic.
That's
It's
interesting how much it changes.
amazing
And especially
look.
here, since we don't have any control as we're showing this game off to what the weather's going to do. So it's nice right now. We've got a good scene to show people, but
little
it could just
foggy.
easily be raining and
So since this is an
terrible.
exploration segment, I kind of want to try to explore a lot, and I'm going to try to head toward the highest peak in this plateau, which I think is that thing.
from, you could be climbing from the other way, crest that hill, and suddenly you're smack in the middle of this camp.
Yeah, these
They
guys have a
are-
really sweet camp. Look at
yeah.
the view from that camp. That is where I would camp.
And they have meat. I want meat.
Nice roll.
So much for their peaceful
Oh.
camping.
Oh, you missed it.
You got their attention though.
Wait.
That's all right. They're stupid.
Yeah. They're not.
They might just
They're like, that was just an
blue
exploding
shiny
grasshopper. Yeah, it just went over there and blew up. Nice roll.
It's called, maybe not. Oh, I think there's a really
I think you got a
bear
good.
taking it.
Oh man, Chico's
Just
taking it in
kidding.
her own hands.
Oh. I wanted to get them
Oh,
before
they
they
got
get
the
the weapon, but
Oh, oh, he went over the side. Chico, come on.
what? I'm just trying to.
These
get
dudes are
their
chilling. They're like, we
meat.
got our permit, we got our giant hunk of meat. We're gonna have a little camp.
They were
Oh,
looking forward to such a good time.
no, they're bad. They're bad
Look,
creatures.
look at this giant meat.
Yeah,
it's
you gotta,
glistening.
you gotta grab that.
Yes, I
It
have.
looks so delicious. Haha.
Oh, seared.
They're no longer here, so
Do
it's all
this.
Chico's.
And now you're gonna burn their stuff. That's
Yep.
good. Sort
Just
of
to
a.
make sure. Haha. You
Oh,
can
that's right, yeah,
set fire on that.
Oh, there
thing.
might be something in there.
Maybe. I should wait.
Yeah, it's so interesting when we saw the that rolling issue we were having over that crest there, but
Nothing.
you really have to take physics into account
Oh, yeah.
whenever you're doing anything in this
look,
game.
Look at that. There's something more.
Oh yeah, go down there.
As well, it's going to have a really real effect on what's going on.
Stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is ore. You can of course
whale on this. You could also blow it up. Various
Oh, that's
minerals
right.
and other things.
Yeah. I should do that.
You got to
That's
save that
easier.
axe. It's like you might need that. Maybe a square bomb.
Wait, I have to change it. Okay. So there are two different types of remote bomb in this one, and the square one is much easier to just keep it in place. Oops, I won't do it.
And the spheres, unfortunately, were all the
Whoa.
shadows.
It's a big old cloud just went overhead.
Actually, can we look up for a second? I just want to see if that cloud's.
Yeah, hold on.
It might have been a zeppelin. I'm just kidding to introduce yourself to him, but didn't have to.
Oh, he sees.
Sentry. He doesn't see you.
And actually,
No, he definitely doesn't see you now.
the enemy AI is really interesting because depending on what you're fighting,
Did they notice me?
these
Yeah.
guys behave a certain way. Different enemies will behave more aggressively or more cautiously. But I think we noticed
And
in
he
an
has
earlier
the
section
fire.
there with that first camp where they actually hadn't
He
picked up their
set me on
weapons yet. So
fire.
if you've been able to get involved
Really?
before they grab their weapons, it might have been easier, but then they have a chance to grab their gear.
totally.
They'll actually grab each other's gear.
Yeah, if you sneak in and grab their weapons, they basically sit there and try to pick up dirt.
Oh yeah, before rocks at you won't. They're just like, come on,
Yeah, this stay
get out
away
of my
from me.
camp.
Or you can, Chico just used an axe there, which you can actually use to knock shields out of enemy hands. The heavier weapons can knock out shields. Then picked up his weapons, and now it's like, what is this dude going to do? He's not going to do anything.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, check him out. Dude,
It's just
I think that was
Right.
dirt. That might have been some dirt.
Let's call it dirt.
Yeah, I think it was
It
dirt.
seems safe.
Oh, there's a straggler
Better
there.
than something more unpleasant.
Yep.
And it's actually interesting too that right now we're fighting during a fairly nice sunny clear day, but how this would go and also how the bokoblins would behave might be very different if we came back here at night or if we came here during different weather.
That's right. A lot of enemies sleep at night. You can sneak in, steal all their stuff. You could sneak out afterwards too if you want, but in general, I'm sure Chico wouldn't do that. She would leave no sleeping enemies alive. And so what happened right there, obviously, is Chico cleared the entire area out. And this particular camp had a chest that was locked and was tied to the enemies around it. So when you defeat them, nice. That's an upgrade.
But essentially, you can interact with everything in this environment. Like there's steel boxes on the screen right now. Just Chico can't really interact with them, but later on in the later segments, we'll talk about like how you can open it.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that actually is really nice. They got the deluxe camp.
Yeah, it's a better one.
Yeah, look at
I'm
that. They
not
got
sure if
like
Chico's gonna let that one stand or not.
you can burn that entire camp down, Chico.
I don't know. Maybe.
Come in like an avenging fury.
I need to check them out first.
Are you gonna
Make sure I
make
can
it
do it.
out
I
there?
will.
Alright.
They have some
You got
faith.
enough stamina?
She's gonna get it. Yeah, she's got it.
I've actually found that's one of the things that's been really fun about all of us being able to play at work and the different experiences that we've had in the game. And really just comparing notes about how different the experience can be, where certain people are really focused on just rampant destruction and waging a one-man war against the goblins. Other folks are focusing more on hunting or exploring, and depending on how you choose to focus your adventure, it's so different.
Yep.
And just talking to people, like I can talk to any other person in the office, and we've had a completely different experience with the game.
Yeah, totally. So Chico was just while we were talking about that, Chico basically scouted this camp with her Sheikah Slate.
Let's do like a little bit too
Oh,
much.
that's all right. It's still nice.
That's cool. Some really interesting cloud cover moving over there.
Sit back, crack an elixir, you know. Enjoy it.
Oh, sunset.
That's nice.
Oh.
All right, so are we at the peak? Oh yeah, we are.
Oh,
Nice little
getting dark.
men here
Maybe
there.
we're gonna
Wait, no, it says
hide.
search. You got to grab something. There's something
I
there.
will do it later.
All right. God, you need resources.
Just want to see what's around.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is the highest peak on the plateau, but of course there's more higher stuff outside the plateau,
Yeah,
so you
that's-
guys have to explore it later.
That's crazy to think about, actually.
Yeah.
This seems like it should be the highest point in the entire land, and it's definitely not.
Yeah, it's just everything's so vast, but the higher you get, the farther you can see, and it just makes planning so much easier.
Watching the stream, they get to
It becomes
hopefully watch us not fly into the water.
Stalfos is hid. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, got his weapon too. Haha. Yeah, I have to go up
Wow, yeah,
to
you're
my
right.
bunny hill first. Or not.
I came with the buddy.
Oh, you were a dead shot, Chico.
Seriously,
See, I
really
normally just
good.
wait in there with a sword, but you're actually smart to do that because if you fight Stalfos at night with a sword, you generally knock their heads off, but then the head survives and goes and tries to find its body and put it back together.
They can swap their heads too.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And actually, if you take a look at them afterwards, sometimes their limbs will still be moving after you defeat them. It's like, oh.
Oh, that's right. So
Creepy.
That is so cool. It's my favorite feature of them all.
Yeah, I can actually do snowboarding here.
Climb a high hill. Oh, nice.
No.
Oh,
I stepped in.
Ice skis.
I was wondering if you could take that jump, actually. If we start high enough, we just... I'm sorry, what? I was probably
I'm sorry, I was
leading you to
murdering
your
this
doom.
bat.
You probably
This
don't want
keys.
to listen to me.
Jeez, it's not.
That little move that Chico just did, riding on her shield surfing, I think we're calling it. That does degrade your shield, so it's not like you could do that forever. Well, I mean, you can. You just have to go get more shields, but you can't ride on that thing forever and expect it not to take damage.
Yeah.
You
Just
might
like
need it,
weapons, yeah, they do break.
Yeah, exactly. With all your
I see it
weapons and your
tricky
gear, they have also their own stats. So the more you use them, the more you wear them.
You want to save your favorites for special
Get that.
occasions.
Yeah. The cool thing that I actually found out is that if you're shield surfing, you can do other things at the same time, like shoot an arrow. So
Oh, really?
that just invites more exploration and people to just keep trying stuff. So it's super cool.
Yeah, I got fire arrow now.
Hang on a second. Chico wants to blow a tree up.
Set more things on fire.
Oops, I was too hard.
I think you can leave the tree be. Come on. You are such a force of destruction.
I think we just found out
just
that
trying
it
out
might
my
be an evil.
So yeah, we did. I think you were starting to say this earlier, Sam, but you can. We saw Link jumping in the water earlier. That was much more temperate water.
Yeah.
This is a frozen mountain lake. You're gonna die.
No. I am not dying.
Get that
I am
apple.
not.
Or the steak.
You can damage them. I think when people saw the trailer and there was that sort of sequence of Link knocking a tree to cross a chasm, it's not like that's the only tree that you can chop down. It's like you basically can chop down anything you see. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's back. He's got his head.
Get his arm.
I will.
Actually, let's see if we can take a closer look at one of the arms once they're...
Oh,
Yeah, there's one in front of you there.
Creeping.
oh, he's put him.
Grab it. Yes.
Nice.
This is so
No, I
gross.
can't. So I have to.
You have
I
too many
already have
things.
enough
Maybe Digiclone.
weapons. So, yeah.
The arm is way more
pick
fun.
up the same
wait.
Oh, no, he's got it back, I think. He's putting it back on.
Sorry.
You are getting outwitted by things that they have no brains.
Fine. Are you saying I'm?
There it is.
Don't have.
Well, they have a rudimentary intelligence.
Wait.
Nice.
There you go.
got it.
Did I take it?
Yeah, you did.
you got it.
So we got to equip that for a second, I think, just to show it off, because it's so creepy.
It's really creepy.
Yeah,
Look at
get
that.
him with it. Teach him a
moving.
lesson.
Yeah.
There you go.
God.
Using its own arm.
That guy too. That's right.
It really is fun experimenting with things
Look
that
at
you
that.
maybe
It's
don't
still
think
moving
of as
on the
weapons,
ground,
but
too.
they
Yep.
do the job.
Yeah, I mean, we already showed it obviously in
hands.
Mr. Anima's segment, but going out of that cave and instead of being handed a sword by an old man, getting a crappy tree branch that's sitting right there on the ground.
Snake.
Oh.
Look.
That arm is pretty creepy when it's sheathed too,
They're
because
trying
it's
to
still
get
like
together.
I
clawing
know.
at the back of Link, and it's like grabbing
That
at
was
him.
good. It's intimidating. If I saw that dude, I wouldn't fight him. He's got like a moving severed arm on his back.
So I thought it was an epic ending.
Okay, wait. I have to go. Oh, it's almost breaking, isn't it?
That's right. You got a spare bow. That bow is better, anyways. They got better tech than you. Oh, they have no idea. Nice shot.
Whoa. Good aim.
Oh, no.
A little low. Compensate for the wind shear.
Ha.
Oh. Oh, he shot back.
Huh? He's mad at me. I bet. Yes.
All right. Well, that's I think about all the time that we've got here today. But we'll leave the fate of those bokoblins up to folks' imaginations. We'll let them be for now. But thanks, guys, for swinging by and doing some exploring with us. Folks who are watching, please stay tuned. We're going to be right back with some more Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I'm not trying to make. I can even say what we're going to do next, but please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.